All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready. 50 seconds to mine. Let's go.
Now a run with Geis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down. And this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936, 168 meetings overall. And the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Ertz over the middle.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike, 50 seconds. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Second down, Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Sproles. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So that'll back him up 5.
Go. 180. 55, Mike. Hey, let's get this.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. It's Sproles. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13.
4 down. Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a toss. This is Geis. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Haskins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Geis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Haskins. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On second down, here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on, fellas.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Sunday. You better be ready. Go. Mike 51. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Let's find two.
Watch out.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeout. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Sproles. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Go. Go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Calhoun. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
It's our field.
Here's Sproles. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
51 now. Oh, come on now. Let's go. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go with Howard again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A run with Smallwood. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They run again on first down with Smallwood. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Too little. Count. Kill.
Haskins will throw. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, this is Geis. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 31.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This time, Haskins will look to throw. It's caught by Davis. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go. 50.
Now Haskins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arm.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
52.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Sproles, the return. Now a hit and a loose football. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Running with Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to let this one go deep. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And now he'll tuck it and run. He finds an opening past the 40. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting here.
Zero.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Howard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll give to Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Great.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Philadelphia, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem them. We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Here we go. Touch the outlaw. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Right there.
Jones off the play fake. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Connor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing Jones, and he connects with Vance McDonald. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Right back to Conner here on first. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a while. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 38, Jones. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 22 yards there, a first down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. On first down, it's gone. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know, defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now Natson. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now gone. Going up top for Kupp. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run here with Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike 54. What's the run?
On 1st and 10 is counter. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Trying to get it to Woods. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Going to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Slam. Check 26, check 26.
Back to throw. Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Being chased out left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Goff. His throw caught right around the 6. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
At the Steelers' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
A little flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Switzer on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Hey, pick up. Mike spot 4.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 37.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Gurley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Again they run with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Goff now looking to throw. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead.
Motion. Shell. 90 is the mic. Hey, let's get off.
Now it's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Clay Matthews, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. Check any weapon.
Looking to throw. Jones over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Let's go.
On the run is Counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Check 9. Check 52.
Back to throw. Jones dancing to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 35 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken at the 3. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Corey Littleton in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it'll bring up third down. The Steelers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Jones. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for L.A., the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.